Yeah, it's Nick Ayton here again. It's afternoon dog walk. A bit different to my normal morning dog walks, but there you go. I'm back in. You can see where I am, and yeah, the wind's getting up a little bit. It's still lovely. Lots of sailing boats out, but look, I just want to build on some of the earlier conversations, and I want to drill down into Web3 really, because a lot of people are just misinformed. You know, some people are, I guess, the hard evangelists. They maybe not realise where Web3 has come from, and they're very insistent on what it is and what it's not. I guess for me, I'm not really too bothered about the technology stack per se. It's what has to be delivered is the essence of Web3, and to crystallise the difference is very simply this: a Web 1 or Web 2 world is legacy, centralised, rigid, fixed databases, and it's very difficult to get the data out of those databases, and it takes time, and their data collection in terms of delivering insight that's useful is always after the event. It takes many days, many weeks to deliver that insight, and it's normally used for planning a future event sometime in the future. That's Web 2, that's legacy, that's centralized behavior. Web 3 is all about here and now, doing stuff in the moment. In other words, being able to influence the customer, client, or behavior of your target audience in real time, while they're still open to be suggestible, or while they're still engaging with your company in a transaction, a series of transactions, an event, something. And in a sense, that's all to do with just that, sensing. The entire ethos of a Web3 world is sensing, gathering that information, analysing it and doing something with it in real time, so you can actually do something to influence the product, the service, the customer. So at one level, that's Web3. At another level, Web2 is all about data. And Web 2 behavior is they use your data, our data, customer insight, by and large without our permission, and maybe it is with permission because you've ticked a box on their website, but by and large you don't get rewarded by it or for it. You lose control of it, and this is exactly what sites like Facebook rely on, is that they exploit us, exploit our data, you sign it away, and they make revenue for it. Again, that's very Web 2 thinking. Web 3 is all about giving the customer the decision making. So not only does the customer decide what data is they share, but also it's very much a case of rewarding that sharing, that information, and let the customer decide and benefit from the information that's been gathered and analysed. I'm just moving around because it's a bit doggy here, and my dogs generally kick off, especially the Australian cattle dog tends to attack other dogs. He's old and grumpy and moody, a bit like me really. So Web3, the essence of Web3 is really, in a sense, you gather the insight in real time, but you're rewarding the customer, you're rewarding the person who's sharing that information, so they can earn and spend those rewards within your ecosystem, within your economy. It also means that they control the data, they control what's shared, and that information is stored in a way where they have some rights and control over that and how it's used. It doesn't mean it's put into a centralized database. It's put into a decentralized world where I, as a client, can decide what I share, almost on a client by client, transaction by transaction basis. The concepts, there's lots of concepts in there such as the concept of least disclosure, zero knowledge proof, all of these things to help protect the data. So these are the core differences between the web world of Web 2, of centralized behavior, where you are excluded from benefiting and controlling your data, to the Web 3 world, which is very much all about the data. In the next conversation, we're going to dig even deeper. Talk soon.